Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about a very important topic, that is vitamins. Vitamins, some people call it vitamins, whatever, doesn't matter. They are all vital. Vital means very important or essential. Okay. They are essential for what? They are essential for good health. So if there is a deficiency of the vitamins, then it is going to lead to some disease. Okay. It is going to lead to some disease. The body is not going to function very properly. Okay. The requirement is, of course, vitamins is very small. They are required in minute quantities. Okay. That is very important. They are required in very minute quantities. Another important thing about vitamins is that it all depends upon the type of organisms. For example, the vitamins that we are going to study is for humans, for dogs or for cats or for that matter any other animal, the vitamins are going to be different. Okay, so whatever vitamins means here is that because the body is not able to produce these essential compounds, substances, it needs that in the diet. Okay, and if in the diet these vitamins are not coming in sufficient amount, that can lead to loss of good health or also result in certain disease. So from one animal to another, the vitamins are going to be different. Okay, so here we are going to concentrate only on the human vitamins, the vitamins that are essential for humans. Here there is also another point, that are there any non-essential vitamins? There is nothing like non-essential vitamins. Vitamins means vital, important, essential. All vitamins are essential. If they are not essential, they are not going to be categorized under the group of vitamins. Okay. Now, the vitamins are grouped into two broad classes, that is the fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. Under fat soluble vitamins we have A, D, E, K, 4. Under water soluble we have B complex. Okay. So the B complex involves the different 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 12. There are some gaps you may have observed. After 3, 4 is missing, after 5, 6 is there, but 7 and 8 are missing. So the reason being that the numbering of these vitamins was done basically in a sequential manner, 1, 2, 3, 4. But down the line it was realized that some of these vitamins are in fact not true vitamins. Okay, so then they had to be dropped from this list. Also, some of them were seen to be repeating. Okay, they are nothing but the same compound. So in that case also that had to be modified. And in certain cases the naming of these one were based upon, say for example, K for is actually clotting of the blood. Okay, so in this way that naming was going on, and as the science progressed there were changes. That is why there were some gaps here. There's a B complex and vitamin C, both of which are water soluble. Now we will look in detail with respect to the fat soluble vitamins, that is A, D, E and K. Okay, the names are important. A is retinol. Okay, the name itself retinol suggests that it is important for the function of the retina. You know very well that retina is present in the eye and it is required for vision. So what happens if this particular vitamin is less, then it is going to result in the disease called night blindness. Okay, or xerophthalmia. So night blindness is that in dim light or at night time the person is not able to see properly. So the low light vision is gone. So basically what happens is these particular pigments, which are, for example, we say carrots are very important for the eye function. So carrots contain the pigment called beta carotene. Okay, this beta carotene is basically converted into retinol. Okay, now this retinol, it is a long, carbon chain like this one, and it has double bond. So this double bond, once it is changing from the cis configuration to trans configuration, that is going to produce the sufficient electrical impulse for the brain to recognize. Okay, so we need not go much into detail, but what you need to remember is vitamin A stands for retinol. Retinol deficiency results in night blindness or xerophthalmia. Vitamin D is calciferol. Okay, it is a very important essential, as the name suggests, calciferol, something to do with calcium. Okay, so basically the deficiency of this vitamin D results in rickets, okay, which is nothing but brittle bones. Okay, and it also leads to osteomalacia, okay, which is again the weak bones, okay, that can result in fractures. Osteomalacia is in adults, rickets is in children. Okay, so vitamin D. Next, coming to vitamin E is tocopherol. Okay, tocopherol required for general body immune system. The deficiency can result in muscle weakness, nerve damage. Okay, vitamin K. Vitamin K is phylloquinone. Phylloquinone. This is very important because vitamin K, the deficiency will result in problem with blood clotting. Okay, so the patient who is having the deficiency in vitamin A, in vitamin K, the blood clotting will take a lot of time. Okay, so it will be what we say hemorrhage. Okay, hemorrhage, we say it is hemorrhage, that is a delay in clotting time. So among these four fat soluble vitamins, the vitamin D can be synthesized by the human body. Okay, none of the vitamins can be synthesized by the human body, they need to be taken in the diet. This can be synthesized, calciferol can be synthesized, sufficient exposure to sunlight is required from time to time. Okay, and these two, vitamin E and K, they are synthesized by the bacteria that are present in the small intestine. So these two vitamins that are produced by the bacteria in the small intestine, they can be absorbed by the body. Okay, so in a way they are produced inside the body, but they are not produced by the body. Next, water soluble vitamins. Under water soluble vitamins, we have the B complex. Okay, the important part with the B complex is, we also, like all other vitamins, you need to remember the names. Okay, here it is the vitamin B complex 1, 2, 3, 4 is not there, 5, 6, 7 is not there, 8 is not there, 9, 12. Okay, and then we have the vitamin C. These are all water soluble. Easy way to remember, write this whatever 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 can be written as thymine, 2 is riboflavin, 3 is niacin, this is PA, pantothenic. Okay, pantothenic acid, this is pyridoxine, this is folic acid, and 12 is cobalamine. Okay, so in this way, some or other trick you need to make in order to remember the corresponding number with the name. B1 is thymine. So the deficiency of vitamin B1 will lead to the disease that is called beriberi. Okay, it is a disease with inflammation and degeneration of the nerves, muscles. Okay, riboflavin. Riboflavin, you must have heard that मुंह में छाला होना. So take some riboflavin, that will help in getting rid of that one. Vitamin B3, niacin, leads to deficiency cause pellagra, dermatitis. Pantothenic acid, fatigue and loss of coordination. Pyridoxine, skin problems, nerve disorders. Folic acid, anemia. Okay, anemia is the less amount of blood, RBC, hemoglobin is low. Cobalamin also leads to a special type of anemia that is called pernicious anemia. Okay, so it is a severe anemia that is coupled with great weakness and gastrointestinal disturbance, degeneration of the spinal cord. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy. Okay, that is the bleeding and spongy gums, loosening of the teeth. Generally the people with vitamin C deficiency, they may have little bit less immunity to infection, and also the skin, it becomes very rough and loose. Okay, because the vitamin C is a vitamin that is important in the maintaining the good collagen fibers that are there in the muscles, in the cells and below the muscles. Okay, so in this way they are the two fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. Basically these important points need to be remembered. In addition, the mineral salts are also important for nutrition. There are the two categories. One is the macro nutrients and other is the micronutrients. Macro nutrients, that means they are required in the larger quantities. Okay, so this includes the calcium, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur, chlorine. Micro elements includes iron, cobalt, copper, zinc, iodine, fluorine, manganese and molybdenum. Okay, so among all of these, the one that are important with respect to deficiency disease is calcium. Sorry, calcium deficiency leads to the disease called rickets. Iron deficiency can lead to anemia. Okay, and another very important one is iodine deficiency can lead to the goiter, or cretinism. Cretinism. So cretinism is nothing but there is a poor mental and physical growth. Okay, stunted growth is there. Goiter is the thyroid gland is becomes inflamed very big. Okay, so generally this goiter takes place in people who are living in the hilly regions where there is a deficiency of iodine, because the rains, they are going to wash off most of the minerals from the soil. Therefore the soil becomes deficient in particularly iodine. Okay, though the requirement of the iodine in the body is less. Okay, so in general you know that calcium and phosphorus are required for strengthening of the bone and teeth. Okay, and also phosphorus is important for the chemical compound that is the ATP. Okay, ATP, the energy for currency of the cell. Okay, and iron deficiency can lead to the anemia because it is required for the hemoglobin formation. Okay, iodine deficiency iron is required for the thyroid function, and its deficiency leads to this goiter creatinism. Okay, sodium and potassium are required for the nerve impulse. Okay, sodium potassium are very important for nerve impulse conduction and cell permeability. So generally the deficiency of the minerals, the deficiency of the vitamins is rare for a person who is taking a balanced diet. Okay, so it is essential that the person should take a balanced diet where the nutrition of the person, okay, kilocalories per day, the nutrition is not in excess or not too deficient. Okay, time to time the person can do the fasting, can do the good aerobic exercise, that also helps to burn the excess of fats and keep the body healthy. Okay, so this is about this vitamins and minerals. Okay, thank you.